Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show, Philosopher King Central, where we pontificate hard, man. You know what I mean? Try and bring back some sanity into the world by critically thinking. Yeah, imagine that. Critical thinking. We need it bad, man. We really need it bad. I mean, just the overall IQ of folks out there, it's absolutely abysmal. Okay, before I get on my rant or my tirade, I would like to point out something that will be glaringly obvious, possibly through this whole podcast, that I am not an eloquent speaker. I do not have the gift of gab. I used to be pretty good at, spitting, but not so much anymore, man. Like, I'm over here helping to take care of my grandmama, and she has Alzheimer's / dementia. And I can see the shit easing on, creeping in me. It's like, damn, I can't necessarily find the words quick enough when I'm having a conversation with individuals, man. And it drives me crazy. A lot of y'all probably won't be able to tell because, like I said, I edit these podcasts, man. I do not do live shows. So if I do a live show, y'all gonna see it glaringly. Y'all gonna be like, God damn, this dude's an idiot. But I would also like to caution you against listening to someone speak and automatically deducing that because they don't have an eloquent speech pattern that they're stupid. I would caution you against that, man. I mean, do we not remember Stephen Hawking? Stephen Hawking, he couldn't even talk. And from what I gather, from what I've heard, I don't know if this to be true, because I wasn't necessarily an individual that studied Stephen Hawking in depth. But they say he was like one of the smartest men that ever lived. And he couldn't spit nothing. He couldn't even talk. So while you're sitting here laughing at me every now and then because I make a flub, please know and understand that does not mean that my IQ is low. But I'm somehow an idiot. I caution you against that, man. I mean, I'm sitting back and I'm watching the news, and I'm just listening to people say all sorts of crazy stuff, and no one's even challenging the crazy stuff that's being said. My favorite shit is, like, I was listening to Dr. Boyce Watkins, man. I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 days ago, and he was talking about Trump. He was like, oh, man, Trump this, Trump that. We shouldn't even let Trump nowhere near the White House. Trump is... And I'm like, okay, why? I mean, wasn't everything going smooth when he was in office? Was it not better than now? Of course, they released that virus to derail... see, there I go, flubbing. To derail his monumental run as the most awesome president ever. They had to do something to mess it up. They was like, now is the time. Release the beast. And they released that, they released that bug. Which I was telling my partners that, man, on my Patreon. I'm like, this ain't by no accident, man. Like, this stuff was genetically engineered, man. Gain of function. Sure, I said Fort Detrick, Maryland, Jack. I'm not necessarily sure if they made it there. But I know that's where a lot of their bioweapons are actually made. So I was just like, pretty much everything that I said about the pandemic was right. Pretty much everything that I said. But anyway, back to Trump and back to Dr. Moist Twatkins. Yeah, man, the brother basically was like, oh, yeah, Trump this, and we shouldn't let him back in. I'm like, why? Can anybody tell me why? Why, Negro, why? No one asked that question, why? Or if these, some of these podcast shows on YouTube, they'll go to a college campus or whatever, and they'll say to people, okay, well, what don't you like about Trump? And they'll be like, he's racist. And then they just kind of leave it at that. They don't even quiz the dude or the chick, man. They're like, okay, what makes him racist? Most of them can't even say that. You'll have a couple that think they slick, and they'll be like, well, he said this in 1985, or he had some sort of lawsuit going against him in 1973. against discriminatory housing, leasing or something, you know what I mean? And I mean, a lot of that could be debunked, man. From what I know, he was actually, that wasn't even him. That was his father. That was his father's business or whatever. But even if that's true, can we press forward? This is the difference between an idiot and someone who critically thinks. Follow me, okay? If Trump is a racist, which you believe he is, can you? And I know y'all have heard this from me 1,000 times, man. But I'm trying to stop this hammer from coming down on your head, nigga. I really am, man. As a student of history, I know what's coming. I know what's coming if y'all don't snap out of it, Jack. Okay? Malcolm X told y'all, man, if you're not careful, when you read the newspapers and you look at TV, you'll be hating your saviors and loving your oppressors, man. That's straight out of El Hajj Malik El Shabazz's mouth. And here we go, repeating the same cycle. Because we got brain dead individuals out there that can't see the forest for the trees, man. But yeah, I'm like, okay, so what if he is racist? Can you show me anywhere in his politics or his policies that are blatantly racist towards black people or Mexicans? Can you show me? Once again, looking like a deer in the headlights. Well, what you bitching about then, man? What is wrong with you? Snap out of it. You can act like a man. Always go back to the Godfather on that, man. These new men out here are just they hopeless, man. They need to be wearing skirts. They just so sensitive, man. They just, man, oh my God, man. I'm like, it's just hard for me to stomach it, man. Cause like I said, I came from the school of hard knocks, man. Coming up on the west side of Dayton. That wasn't easy. Then I went to the military. Of course, that wasn't easy. Then I was put on the DMZ in South Korea. And then I had to go to the war zone. Operation Desert Freedom, Desert Shield. Going back and forth from Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, Kuwait. You know what I mean? And then I come home, get a job in one of the worst prisons ever in Southern Ohio. Then I get involved in, some illicit activities, some would say, involving women of the night. So, man, I don't come from this soft buttermilk crybaby ass attitude that y'all got, man. I'm like, so what if he's a racist? So you say. I don't think he is, because Big Mike knows racist, trust me. Me working in a Southern Ohio prison, hell, half the camp there was Ku Klux Klan. Oh, I know racism, and I know racists. I was actually in a pretty racist battalion, or battery. Matter of fact, they were so racist, they wouldn't give me any bullets for my M16. Because I was considered a radical, if you can believe that. Yeah, boy. I mean, I let everybody know. I'm like, man, once these bullets start flying, hey, we about to get some friendly fire around this joint, for real. Boy, I could not stand my captain. Yeah, man. I mean, I sat there and I basically threatened our captain, man. I was going to blow noodles out his head, boy. I'm like, yeah. So I don't have no love for no racists, man. If Trump had any sort of inkling of racist in him, I would know it. I would smell it. You know what I mean? But since I'm not an idiot and I'm a critical thinker and I can see 5-6 moves ahead when cats is trying to make moves, yeah, man, he ain't no goddamn racist. I done told y'all. He's a rich asshole. And anybody can get it. He don't care if you white. He don't care if you black. He don't care if you Mexican. If you ain't got no money, he ain't trying to deal with you. You gotta have some paper, man. I know the type, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just sick of people just, bowing their head, man, when, someone quizzes them on something and they can't fire back, man. They can't really answer nothing. People just accept whatever's being told to them, bro. Yeah, I don't fuck with Trump because he's a racist. Okay, can you give me anything racist that he's done to affect his policies? in his presidency? No, but back in 1972. I'm like, man, you know, the brainwashed ass idiot, man, for real. Brainwashed idiot. That's what you are. And you know, when cats is just like, damn, Mike, I ain't never seen you go this hard for Trump. Or excuse me, go this hard for any sort of politician. And that's true, because I've always known for a long time that they're pretty much, when it comes to the presidency, they're pretty much selected and not elected. I mean, they go through the ringer, man. You know what I mean? They are highly scrutinized, and a lot of it's by bloodline. And a lot of it, I mean, you had to be pre-approved to get up in there, Jack. You know what I mean? And Trump was like the first cat that eased up in there on a goof. No one thought he had a chance of doing it, man. Because, you know, the American people were just fed up. Like, oh, man, we got to stop electing these career politicians, man. We got to stop doing it. Because, I mean, they just keep taking turns screwing us over. It doesn't matter who's in office, a Democrat or Republican. Doesn't matter who it is. They both take turns, you know, giving it to us with no Vaseline. So I'm like, yeah, let's try a real businessman, a man that actually knows business, because America is a corporation. It's a business. Let's try that. Let's try someone who isn't thirsty for money, because he got cake. So hopefully if we get a real businessman in there that actually loves America, that actually loves the goose that laid the golden egg, and an individual who is not thirsty for money, therefore he can't be bought and sold, and you can't buy his integrity, maybe, just maybe, he'll do right by the people. And I automatically knew that, man, he was in there on accident. It was a goof. Because the minute he got in there, it was a media onslaught like I hadn't seen since Bill Cosby, man. They just smearing the shit out of him, man. White people going crazy. Oh, he's a racist. He's a racist. He's a racist. The Jewish-led media said, oh, heck no. Can't have this. I mean, for years, we have been the sole controllers of who gets into the White House. And then all of a sudden, we got a glitch in the matrix. We got somebody that made it to the White House that ain't supposed to be there. Someone that don't follow our mandates. No more Manchurian candidate, man. Got somebody actually up in office that really wants to be president and really wants to help America. The globalists lost their shit, man. They're like, oh no, man. But anyway, man, this Big Mike, the Almighty with himself, Triple XL, coming in. Just getting stuff off my chest, man. You know, that's what this is about, man. I'm just getting on here, trying to speak something, at least a tad bit intelligent, just a little bit, man. Trying to get the gears clicking in your head, man. I mean, really, y'all gotta stop being stupid, man. I mean, seriously, just stop being stupid. Stop being so sensitive. Stop being so punctified, man. Seriously. I mean, y'all just, your feelings is hurt about every little goddamn thing, man. Shit. Stop being so sensitive. Big Mike from Philosopher, King Central. Hope I didn't hurt too many feelings. But we out.
Learn you. I can out-read you. I can out-think you. And I can out-philosophize you. And I'm gonna outlast you.